Hello, friends. How you doing? Hello, friends. Another bench video. Can you stand it? I'd like to say thank you to a fella named Eric the Kid for sending this all the way from Australia. Sydney Opera House. He was the kid that was the first guy to do an Uncle Larry impersonation video. Back when that was a craze. You remember that? Today we're going to be restringing a Martin, what are these things called? Aged Authentic 37, I think. D28 Authentic Aged. As I mentioned in my video last night, I'm moving on. I have taken the training wheels off, and I'm going to go from 12s to 13s on all my acoustics. At the urging of a few key friends who seem to know a thing or two about acoustic, they were like, "Why are you playing these 12s, bruh?" And I'm like, "Because they're easy to play, you know, and it doesn't hurt when I..." And they're like, "Yeah, right. But that's not, they don't activate the guitar. They don't activate it. You got to get this thing activated." You see what I'm saying? So it's time to take off the blue tape. Unbelievable how many people still don't know why I have that on there. I mean, what the fuck? I still get comments all the time. It's like, what else could it possibly be? I don't understand, like, what? I don't get it. Anyway, so we're going to use some EJ 17s, Phosphor Browns 13s. We got to get this thing activated. All systems activate. I'm listening to the 1981 Genesis record Abacab, which in the annals of Genesis history was a very strong offering, in my opinion. 5 years after Gabriel quit the band, they had really found their footing with Phil as the lead man, front man, and they really started really writing more in the studio. And the development of the tracks on these records is just fantastic. And if you never heard the Genesis Abacab record, come on, man, you got to get hip. Ebo makes fun of me so hard for liking Genesis. I love, it's one thing Ebo and I have never been able to agree on. He's like, please don't teach your kids that Genesis shit. Let them be rock and rollers. I can't help it. I have a love of English harmony. It's built into me. That's why I love Queen records. It's why I love Beatles records. I love stuff that has interesting chord changes and melodies. And boy, those white boys in England had that shit figured out. They had it figured out. And you know, I realize that there's no boogie in Genesis music. I get it, but it's fucking awesome. Favorite track on Abacab? Man, tough one. Man, I love the whole album. Fuck, I don't even know. I can't even pick. I'm looking at the iPad. Probably. Man. I'll probably go with Man in the Corner. I love Man in the Corner. Remember that one? It was almost, there was a video for that on MTV when I was a kid. I remember it was almost what you might consider a single for Genesis, which wasn't many. But man, I'll tell you this. Here's the thing, totally unrelated. Let's move on to something else. You guys probably know this about me, but I'm even pickier about movies and TV shows than I am about music. At this age, I have a very difficult time finding anything that I can watch that doesn't make me shut it off in the first 10 minutes. I've just seen so many movies, and I've seen, like we all have at this age, so many devices that get used over and over, and production techniques and stuff, and like I see through this shit immediately. And I'm not even a director, but like for something to grab my attention, hold my attention, and be real and not bore me or make me think it's stupid is very difficult. And I'm not trying to be a fucking, that guy, critic, but it's just, I don't know if it's just at my age or what. Some of you guys out there might have the same problem. So when I do find something, I would say this. I would say, if I'm sitting there with Netflix or Amazon, if I pick 10 random shows or movies, 8 of them will get shut off in the first 10 minutes. So that's how hard it is for me to find something. But last night I watched an amazing movie, a recommendation from a friend of mine who shall remain nameless, but have you seen this new movie Pamela Anderson's in called The Last Showgirl? Have you seen it? Man, I loved it. It was fucking fascinating. Pamela Anderson is incredible in this movie. It's all the shit I like in movies. It's dark, grainy, it's real, it's fucking human, it's her acting is unbelievable. I mean, Pamela Anderson is my new hero. I love it. You gotta watch this movie, friends. The Last Showgirl. I'm not going to tell you what it's about or anything like that, but just check it out. I think you're going to dig it. I really enjoyed it. My streaming service situation is so fucked up. I really need to get somebody over here I've got Apple TVs, things that I've never even had hooked up. I bought them, and I'm so bad with tech. My streaming thing is fucked. My Apple TV thing is not happening. I realize a guy as picky as me, I need more options, okay? Because Amazon and Netflix, I've seen everything on them. Activate. Thanks for all the kind comments about the recent videos. I love the burst killer one because I knew what was going to happen, and it did. Like 50% of the people were like, "Fuck yeah, the burst," and then 50% of the people were like 335 all day. I knew that was going to happen, and it just goes to show you how different and totally fucking subjective all this shit is, right? I mean, one man's trash, another man's treasure. I mean, fuck. We all have such different tastes. As shitty as the iPhone sounds, which it does, it really in the end, if you just get used to it, it's a more real way of hearing guitars, I think. You know, it's like the old days when we used to use NS10s in the studio, those really shitty monitors. If you can make something sound good on that, that's going to sound great on real speakers, you know. But the thing with the iPhone is like, yeah, of course it would sound way better if I fucking mic'd the shit up and ran it through a pre. But the iPhone really does give you a picture of what's the differences between the guitars are, you know. And it's crude, and I realize that, but you're not gonna have to worry about that with this Brett Papa shit. The audio is killer. We came up with a real cool way to do guitars over there, and man, the audio sounds killer. And it's like, you know, real studio quality shit, right? But the iPhone thing is kind of cool because it, you know, it really is a picture of what's happening in the room, you know? You know what I'm saying? What's all this stuff? Player's Circle. Is this like one of those old cereal boxes when you send enough of these in and they send you like a decoder ring? Okay, let's see what we got now. Now we're on to the G string. Okay. All right. No session today. It's actually kind of nice to have a nice day off. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I am going to get out and drive that fucking GTO all day. That's what I'm doing today. You'll see me out there. If you live in Nashville, you're gonna see me today. Just go like this when you see me. That means, dude, I'm a homeschooler. That's what that means. Just, if you see me, just do that, and I'll do it back to you, okay? I'm a homeschooler. I see you, Larry. I've been having so much fun driving that car. I've been driving a lot lately. You know what's cool about it is that, yes, the car is what, 33 plus 25, 58 years old, but it is so tight, and whoever, you know, maintained this car all these years, took care of it. I'm apparently the fourth owner. The thing drives like a new car. It's amazing how tight this thing is, man. There's no rattles. There's no, it's like it steers one finger, brakes are perfect. Man, what a car. You know, you get that feeling of driving an old car, but it doesn't feel like an old jalopy, you know what I mean? It's pretty awesome. Love a GTO. Couple unrelated things. I sold the old 63 335 to fund the purchase of the new one. And the guy that bought it was like, what is that fucking clamp that you always put on the headstock? And I do that on 335s most of the time because you clamp this weight onto the headstock and it makes the guitar balanced in your lap. I don't like the way a 335 feels when it's trying to fall out of your lap on the ass end, you know? So I put that on the headstock and it balances the thing out when you're sitting down. Works good. Made by Fender. You ever heard of them? Fender Musical Instruments. If you got a 335, you might want to check into that. I'm just saying. So, the guy who bought this 335 is going to be real fucking happy with it. I don't think a guitar could possibly play better than that 63 335 plays. I just put it in the case for the last time. I'm going to send it off today, but the fucking thing plays so good. He's going to love it. It's a cool feeling to sell guitars to people when you fucking know they're going to love it. I would be stunned if the guy got the guitar and didn't send me a text immediately saying, dude, like, you just know it. When you got one that's a banger, anybody who's got a fucking brain plays it and they're like, yeah. You know, some guitars are on the fence, as we know. There's some guitars out there that some people think are cool and other people don't. You know, but there's certain guitars that every motherfucker that picks it up is like, yes. And that is one of them right there, friends. That's one of them. And you don't get that every day. That's not easy to get. You know, you don't get that. You don't get that in Cleveland. Speaking of, little spring break is coming up. And I think I'm gonna take the boys on a little trip up to Cleveland. They love going up there. I don't know why they love it so much, but they love it. I haven't been back home in a long time, friends. Ever since my mother died many years ago. I used to go all the time to see her. But now the anchor of the family that brought us all together is gone, so we basically just talk on the phone and text. But I do want to go up there and see everybody that's still around. And for some reason, man, my kids, they have been everywhere. Between their mother and me dragging them all over the place, my boys have been so many places, different cities, countries, and they love Cleveland. It's like their favorite place to go. Just the mention of going to Cleveland, and they're like, yes. I never had that feeling. Kidding, I'm kidding. Come on. I'm allowed to talk shit on Cleveland. I'm from there. Come on. I don't even know what Cleveland's like anymore. It's been so long since I've been there. I don't even fucking know. It might be a completely different place than I remember, and I'm sure it probably is. Because I know Nashville is. Boy, Nashville's nothing like what it was when I moved here. There's nothing left of it. Okay, activate. Activate that top. I saw some video last night. I was watching some dude who's got a small channel, and he plays classical guitar. And man, he likes to talk shit on people. He made a video talking shit about Jacob Collier. Look, I'm not the biggest Jacob Collier fan in the world, but if you don't recognize the fact that motherfucker is a fucking genius, you don't have a brain. That dude has gifts in music that come along once in a generation. And I'm just saying, if you're gonna attack a guy like that, talk shit on that, you better be a bad motherfucker to be talking shit on him. But man, I mean, I just like, if you're gonna pick on someone, don't pick on someone with fucking 100 times your talent. You see what I'm saying? I just don't understand these people. I don't get it. It's like, you know, I mean, just some people are so completely unaware of where they stand in this whole thing that we're living here called life, you know? Do not talk shit on Jacob Collier. I don't care if you hate his music or if you think he's this or that. I want to see any motherfucker that talks shit on him take a song and reharmonize it the way that Jacob does. If you show me that, and then I'll be okay. Then you can talk shit on him. But no one's gonna do it. That's a bad boy right there. Bad boy. Oh, there it is, right there. I'm embarrassed. 56 years old, and I'm just now getting the whole Thirteenth thing. What the fuck, man? I'm just now getting it. What is wrong with me? This is what I get it now. It must have had 13s on it when I first bought it, because this is what I fell in love with when I bought this guitar. And I immediately took it home and put 12s on it. And I remember thinking, man, what happened? Listen to that. You're right. I'm a dumbass. Remember that song? It's on Ann Wilson's album Trip Sitter. It's called Miss One and Only. It came from a riff that I put on Homeskoolin. Nice little melody riff, and I played it for her one time, and she was like, "Damn, that's cool." She wrote a lyric. We put it together in the studio. Check that track out, Miss One and Only. And I was going to tell you one more thing, and then I'm going to hang up. I'm going to post a link of a video I saw last night. I haven't seen it in ages, and it doesn't have very many views, so I don't think you guys know about it. But it was a video we made in the studio when we were making one of the songs on Guthrie's record. The song's called Black Cloud, which is my favorite song on the album in stereo. But there's a whole video of us in the studio making that. But it's only got like 6,000 views. I don't think it must have got, I don't think I ever mentioned it on Homeskoolin or anything. But I'll post a link because it's pretty cool. It shows the whole making of that song, like from beginning to end. at my friend Dorian Wookie Crozier's house, which is a great home studio, and he's a great guy. Man, I am in love with this. Okay, friends. 13's for life. Have a great day. I'll see you later.